good. This is Arvind back from my channel Cricket Freak. Uh, it's been a wonderful week full of action-packed cricket. We had a couple of series. One again, India versus South Africa, and the other being the Ashes. We would not talk much about the Ashes though, but our focus is still very much on in the Indian tour of South Africa. It's been really disappointing to say the least, considering the fact that it was our best chance to redeem our status in South African conditions. Well, talking about India, we started off well. Amazing innings from KL Rahul, leading from the front in terms of the opening, the batting uh, for first century in South Africa. It's an amazing thing. Everyone thought it would be a whitewash for 3-0, but things really turned upside down. Well, I guess where we lost the plot is the fourth innings of the second test and the third test. If you see the targets that we had set was just 240 and 200 odd in the third test, in the second and third test. That really sums up the fact we've just lost the battle over there. And in terms of bowling department, we don't have anything much to say because when you're giving a target of 200 or 220 or something, you don't have much for the bowlers. But still, we our bowlers gave it their heart and soul out. Mohammad Siraj, Beat, Bumrah, Shami, everyone was at their best. And good for me, the key takeaway is Mohammad Siraj and Shardul Thakur picking up 6 wickets. Shardul Thakur, amazing. His first tour was South Africa. That speaks volumes about his talent. It's just that he needs to perform consistently. Rishabh Pant, this innings was due, amazing. 100, he was stranded on the other side, 100 not out. Valuable innings, but it could have been a series defining innings, but he ended up on the losing side. Virat Kohli, everyone's talking about the 72nd century, but he showed his class. You can say that see, he's 70 odd and he was not defending. He was not aiming for the ones which is pitched outside the off stump. But again, probing line continuously, it just got the better of him. I think his 72nd century is just due. It's around the corner now that the one day series is on. You can expect the 72nd very soon. Now the next big thing, Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara. Well. I think it's just the time for them to move on. The BCCI and the management have to decide something on them. Well, everyone is aware of their contribution to the Indian cricket over a past decade, but it should be remembered that things are not for granted because they've given enough of chances. And if you see there's a slack in the form, if you see Ajinkya Rahane's numbers in the first initial 20 or 30 odd matches, he was averaging more than 51. But if you see his last 53 test matches, that is quite a big number. His average is around 32. Same goes with Rahane. Last 27 innings without any century, he's averaging around 30s, mid 30s or early 30s. That is not something which we would expect from players of that caliber over a period of time. So in my immediate replacement for these two would be Hanuma Vihari and Shreyas Iyer. Hanuma Vihari has been given chances in and out, only the fact that if someone's injured, but it is time for them to make sure that he's given chance even in the home conditions. And I feel the Sri Lankan innings is just the right kind of start for someone like Hanuma Vihari to capitalize on the chances that he is given. And once Shubman Gill is back, it will be really tough. And of course, Rohit Sharma, you never know. So when he'd be back, he's got his own fitness issues. I'm sure once he's back, he and KL will open the innings. And either of Rahane or Pujara would be given the red signal to just step aside. But again, Hanuma Vihari and Shreyas Iyer have to be given their due credit in terms of what they have played, in a short span of time. A lot of things to ponder upon because the World Test Championship looks a little gloomy, or I wouldn't say this is the end though, but it is really difficult from this point that we are standing in right now. We would have easily won the match against New Zealand, but that ended up in a draw. And again, this two matches, it is a wake up call for us. It is a bitter truth that we need to understand this. So another big thing is Virat Kohli has just announced his retirement. It has taken everyone by shock. 99 tests. Everyone was hoping that he would continue for the next series, or although he's just a couple of series that he has lost. In fact, his record in the home conditions has been amazing. 11 series that he has played in India as a captain, he has never lost that. That speaks volumes of his contribution to the Indian cricket in terms of captaincy as well as his batting. And as he said, he has given more than 100%. So we do not expect anything more from Virat Kohli. It's just that a lot of things have been going in the past couple of months. He just announces retirement from. I mean, he just announces uh, uh, captaincy that he's not gonna take it from anymore for RCB. That this happened in the month of September again. World T20, then followed by the ODIs, which BCCI had taken a decision to move ahead and look at someone like Rohit. So I think a lot of things have been on his head, and it is difficult for someone to focus on his batting. Is what I was wondering. But again, one series defeat doesn't take anything from him. He's been a champion in terms of his captaincy as well as his records.